Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. West Ealing Station, visiting every station on the Greenford branch. What I found interesting about West Ealing is the brand new entrance facilities. They have a toilet, charging rails. It has to be live at all times. Never seen charging rails at any other station. It's nice to see the D-stock in its diesel stage and then the D-stock in its electric stage at the Class 230. Drayton Green has a park here opposite Jacob's Ladder. Drayton Green is a lovely big park. There are a couple of playgrounds. A few paths leads up to houses. It has some benches. I have to go through the park in order to visit the station. There's no shelter on the other side. When it comes to raining, please bring your umbrella or coat if you're visiting Drayton Green and you're going towards Greenford. Doesn't have oyster barriers. Up ahead, east of Drayton Green station, you can barely see it. That's where the train can branch off. So one can go to Hanwell station and the other can go to West Ealing station. I was about to leave the station and I came across this, which you can find on this platform and the other platform. There's only one of these. I think you can see the other one right there. But this is how the new Class 230 charges at West Ealing station and not at Greenford station as there's no charging rails. It's pretty cool how they decided charging rails for one station, charges there, and then it literally it has won a world record of going 200 miles. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the maximum is. Yeah, 3 minutes of charging and it just functions so well, just like the D-stock. Drayton Green station is right there, and I found the passageway or pathway that would lead me down to Castle Bar Park, the next station. I'm close to Castle Bar Park station, and the area for Castle Bar Park is surrounded by flats, and it is calm on a Saturday. Instead of one shelter, this station has two shelters, which is pretty cool, nice. And it has a footbridge that will let you go from one platform to the other and from that platform to this platform. I've never heard announcements on any station on the Greenford branch, except from Greenford, but it would announce the Central Line, but not the Great Western Railway, which is strange. You see there's two different signs that are close to each other, which is, it does start to confuse me, but it should be a bit further. But for the two-car Class 165 train covers the whole platform, whereas the three-car 230, Class 230, doesn't have the doors for the exits on all platforms, but all passengers can exit on the doors, on all doors that are accessible for passengers to exit and board. As there's four doors on the Class 230, you can see a light appearing. There are four doors in the Class 230 that is not accessible for passengers, but only for the crew. And here it comes. I've never heard a train announcement service announcement at any other station on the Greenford branch, like West Ealing. Oh, I never noticed that. walked west of Castle Bar Park Station, and I came across this very cool viaduct that I caught the class 165 pass through going towards West Ealing. Here is a park, a big park, which will direct me to the second last station on the Greenford branch, which is South Greenford. Do you hear the highway up ahead? And South Greenford Station, when you leave going towards Greenford on a train, you will see you'll pass through a highway at some point. There's a footbridge, which probably won't, he'll get me to the other side of the highway, but not to the station. As the sun is going down and you're looking at this view, you can see how wide this park is, which, I know, you measure parks in acres. I don't know how many acres it is, but I'm at South Greenford Station, which has no footbridge, which means you have to walk to the other side to get to the other platform. But it has one shelter, two shelters, and this is the second station. Actually, West Ealing. Oh, there's a train coming. This is the third station on the Greenford branch that I'm hearing an announcement. But I want to make the second station because I want to count Drayton Green to South Greenford as the Greenford branch. You can see there's no barriers, also on the other side. And you can also find how the class 230 charges their battery at the West Ealing station. Okay, I'm going to get this train arriving at this station. I saw a route master and I forgot to catch her on camera, but here's another route master and I finally caught one on camera. You know when I said earlier that the footbridge won't help me get to the station at South Greenford? It will help me get to the final station, Greenford Station. So it's funny I said that and then I discovered this sign. Can you see a big white arch in the distance? That right there is Wembley Stadium. That bridge behind me, that means one thing to me. And since I've been here before, and in a delete scene that I haven't posted on my riding the class 230 for the first time, I visited a bit of Greenford and I found that Greenford has a small high street. It has a shopping park that reminds me of Harrogate Superstores because of the McDonald's that's at the front of the Superstores area. And then you go a bit further and you come across the Superstores. This is where my journey ends. This station has a waiting room. This station has the Great Western Railway's timetable, which I've never seen on any other London Underground station. I've also noticed that two stations on the Greenford branch have oyster barriers, which are shared with other lines. Greenford Station, this station which is shared with the Central Line, West Ealing, which shares the line with the Elizabeth Line. If the Central Line and Ealing Broadway, Elizabeth Line didn't use the stations that shared with the Great Western Railway, they would probably have the no barrier. There's no departure board on either side of the platform that would announce when the Great Western Railway would leave for West Ealing, except for that one departure board stand up. before you enter and exit at Greenford station. Can you see that little dot right there is the moon, which shows how ready the moon is to start its night. And looking at this view does remind me of North London and the West Hampstead slash Gospel Oak, lower Kentish Town area. Yeah, that's it. My journey ends here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a nice walking from West Ealing to Greenford. I thought it wouldn't be possible, but thanks to the signage and maybe that one secret, obvious passageways and helpful routes, I've made this journey by foot possible, but it's much better to ride it by train. Yeah, much better to ride it by train, especially on the Class 230. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Central Line, platform 3. The next train to Epping will arrive in 2 minutes.